Thanks, Roy. Thank you for the opportunity to present to you today. Basically, the solution that we've built today covers a business scenario that we encountered with one of our customers in New Zealand. Imagine yourselves be a retailer in the south island of New Zealand, and a disaster happens, such as an earthquake. All of a sudden, you have stores that are affected, you have offices that are affected, employees, stock, vendors, everything is coming in, and you have to react quickly. So what we've done today, or what the team has done today, is basically using a lot of technology to be able to react quickly to such natural disasters, seeing what the impact is on sales, stock, employees, and also having a procedure in place to alert staff and so on and so forth. So I'm going to hand over to Ronald, who's going to take us through the solution.
Thank you, Michael. So what you see here, we used Gravity to model our solution, to sort of discuss our solution as well within Streamwork. So we start off, we have a couple of external sources, geonet.org.nz, which provides us the live Quake data. Secondly, some Twitter feeds to get a bit of sentiment on how bad it is. So what are people saying on Twitter? And of course EAP for our customer, vendor, and all the other master data we need, our store information, for example, on which we can start reporting. We use data servers, or we should use data servers, to provide the data into HANA. However, we didn't have an installation here, so we tricked it with a couple of Java programs, so we hacked it a little bit. But the next step into HANA is actually there, so we pumped it into HANA, so we can do some real-time reporting on that. So how do we enable that real-time reporting? On the top, we started off with using the BI platform form, which was installed during the night by Jürgen. We attached the mobile iPad app to it. Secondly, through the BI platform 4.0 universes, we attached the BO dashboard to it, 4.0 dashboard. And lastly, to create a collaboration room for the managers to act on and set out actions, we used the Streamworks API to create an activity within Streamworks, so the managers could act and follow up onto actions. So we'll start with the first aspect, and that's HANA, and Martin will show that.
Okay. As Ronald mentioned, so we use HANA as our core database. So I can just briefly show you what they did. So we have these tables. They model our data, what we need. And on top of these tables, we built some attribute views. And we use these attribute views to populate values for our reports. The first one is just the impact of earthquake on stock value in each store. The second one is impact on employees, so which employees are currently working and what side was basically affected and how it was affected by quake. And I will hand over to you.
I'm back again. Hello. So now we need a quake, so that's what we'll be triggering. Tom over here, you can't see him, but he's actually there. He's going to trigger the quake, but maybe you guys can help a bit. So if everybody can stand up. I'm not joking. So everybody can stand up, and on one, everybody needs to jump, so we actually have a quake, yeah? So 3, 2, 1, jump! Thank you. And there you see, the quake was triggered, and we have a quake collaboration room within Streamworks. So if we click on that, it will open up. It's a very simple thing, but we added a link to the location where the quake occurred using longitude and latitude markers. If Google helps us, well, it's apparently in Barrows Road, but it's actually in New Zealand. But this is just the example. So the collaboration room is created for the manager to start collaborating and setting out actions on the basis of the quake. And the next step is, well, they need information, they need dashboards. So that's what we have as well.
Okay, so we did a very quick mock-up of a dashboard to show, for example, the effect on stock on hand value at sites impacted by the quake. So let's look at sites with an impact rating of 7 to 10 calculated in one of the algorithms coming into HANA. Quake ID, so we can do historical analysis as well. Quake ID in this case is 9999. Here we use an algorithm based on the impact of the quake to calculate a reduction in the stock value based on the effect on the sites in question. If we choose Rickerton as our example, we can look at the number of employees at that site, how many are on site, off site, and this is all live data coming through HANA. Same thing with customers as well, so we can look at open sales orders and who's due to receive orders from that store, and also inbound stuff from vendors for the same store as well. Now Vlad's going to demonstrate the mobile component.
Okay, I'm another manager, and I have my mobile and Business Explorer mobile, and with augmented reality add-on, which gives me a bit of mapping as well. You can see here on the screen a list of stores with alerts. Alert, this is the impact. Red, it's really bad. Gray, it's not affected. Impact is calculated on based of proximity, and we planned on based of Twitter data, text analysis, but we didn't do this. But this is future plans. Then you can see this on the map. You can see earthquake center, concentrate, and analyze further. Thank you.
So what did we learn? We learned to work with HANA. We learned to collaborate via Streamworks. We learned to apply a real-time business case we experienced in New Zealand with a customer to new technology. We learned the new technology themselves, of course, but applying it within a business case, and just having a lot of fun here at InnoJam. Thanks. And quickly, I would like to thank my team: Ian Hall, Flap Miley, Martin Forwas, Tom Hallett, he was actually there, and Mike Nistroy.
Now you get the direct feedback from the jury. Maybe we take this. Maybe you first, Graham.
Oh, well, thanks, Cybernators. That was a really good presentation. I did actually like the presentation. I liked the way you passed it amongst each other, you know, sort of passing the ball, a bit of a rugby thing there probably from New Zealand. I've counted, I think, 6 pieces of technology that you used, from Gravity, probably 5 if you take out the GeoMap data I think you pulled in, but HANA BI, 4, Streamwork, Twitter, so quite a bit there. I also liked your problem formulation. I think it was a problem that people could understand, and something that you could work with and was clear to work with. So great effort. Thanks.
Okay, Cybernators, my feedback is I was very impressed by your presentation. I was impressed that you connected so many different technologies. I counted, so you've got Gravity, Streamwork, HANA, the BI platform, mobile, iPad app, plus external data sources, which was fantastic. Your topic was very topical, if I may say so. And what impressed me very much is that within less than 24 hours, you actually built an emergency response application mashup, right? Because as we know, for many of these natural disasters, you cannot just pull out one solution that you can just then deploy. You have to be able to pull things together to build these collaborative networks, and you've done exactly that. So that was very impressive. So congratulations to it.
Well, as for me, I think the other 2 jury members have copied from my notes, from what I can see. Yes, totally agree. It was a very refreshing impression. What the organizers haven't considered is that 6 minutes is not only tough for a presentation team, but also for a jury team to follow all the things. But yeah, agree with the comments made by the other 2 members. I've been told that I'm also allowed to ask a question. Just one technical detail which I was not sure about, and that's actually up on this one here. The impact, is that transferred automatically in the dashboard, or is that because you pulled it up directly there, or is that something that goes up from the value calculated on the other source, or is that something you have to put in manually?
Well, in this case, it's something we put in manually because we don't have a full BOE.
Okay, so that was it.
But in an ordinary world, in an ideal world, we would have taken all of these different inputs from all the disparate data sources, so sentiment from Twitter, proximity to the quake, all of this data that we're getting from GeoNet, possibly other data as well, water levels and so on, basically pull all of this in, use the modeling environment to pull all of that together, it's like event-driven information as well, and then just use that to update the impact in real time, because obviously the impact will shift as events change as well, so that's how we would do it.
Yeah, there was more a question of understanding rather than, because, as I said, I agree also with the others all the things you have already done is probably otherwise a job of 2 weeks or whatever. It's pretty impressive, very impressive.
Okay, so team 1, I think you made a great effort, and I'm scoring 8.
Whoa. You want to say one sentence or 2 sentences why you came to the 8?
Well, look, I think you used quite a few pieces of technology. You had a good problem formulation, and I can imagine that you've put a lot of work into that. So.
Okay, Carsten.
Okay, Cybernators, I felt you used an abundance of technologies. I think you did really well in building an emergency response solution within less than 24 hours, whilst learning the technologies at the same time. It was very topical, and I can see the usefulness and the value of your application. So, in having said that, I give you 10 points.
Wow. Jürgen, did we ever had a 10 from a jury member in the jam? Do you?
Yes.
Yes, we had? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Actually,
2? Okay. Okay, Bernhard.
Well, I think it was a fantastic start of the presentations for today. Loved the presentation, the solution, obviously lots of technology as has been mentioned. As academic, I hardly ever give 100%, but I think it is a 9.
So, did somebody do the maths for me? How much point is that? 27. Okay. Thank you, team number 1.